Que lo que mi gente? Es su nombre, Señor GC, Adrian Taylor de nuevo. What up, man? It's your boy, Mr. GC, Adrian Taylor, back at it again, man. And today, man, once again, man, I'm gonna keep the topic going, and I'm gonna go a little bit further, and talk about Spanish, man, and give you some tips that has, kind of help excel my Spanish learning. Because, at first you start and you don't really know which way to go as far as direction in Spanish. So I figured, hey, I'll help you out, give you some tips that have definitely helped me along the way. And number one, first, my Spanish started improving, and this is my first tip, once I figured out a goal. All right? Once I had a goal of what I was trying to accomplish in Spanish, was it to be conversational? Was it to be, fluent? Whatever the case may be, like understanding that goal and writing it down and then digging deeper into short-term goals, and I guess giving you an example could be, learning some different phrases in Spanish, being able to watch a movie in Spanish and understanding, or a series on TV, having those type of goals as well inside of, wanting to, become conversational. That would definitely help. Number two, I would take like a basic Spanish course, whether it's online, whether it's in class. It really doesn't matter, but I definitely think there's, basic Spanish that you should learn. I think that you should learn, past, present, and future. And I feel like that's kind of the basics of learning to, want you to start helping you speak. So I think you need to know that structure at least, past, present, and future. Yeah, man, that's going to definitely help you out. I think, second person, I think all of that comes later. Perfect, past, present, and future, or at least have that understanding of present, past, future. Having that understanding of those will make your life so much easier, when you're learning Spanish. Number three, learn vocabulary and learn different phrases, right? I think that's going to be the key, especially when you first start to transition into talking to people. You need to learn basic phrases and basic vocabulary, like in English. And when I say basic, I want, I have, I need, I'm going. You see what I'm saying? You need to understand some of these basic phrases, basic vocabulary words to help you out, because these are the type of words that you're going to use a lot in Spanish. And so if you have an understanding and you know how to use them, it's definitely going to be, the keys to helping you go to the next level in Spanish. Number four, listen to music or listen to whatever it is that you like in Spanish. I just know how getting that cadence and that rhythm with music really, really helps with Spanish. And when you listen to it, get the dialogue or get the lyrics. So whatever you're listening to, get the dialogue for it and read along. With the lyrics, read along. So that way you can kind of put the words with the flow and the rhythm of what they're saying. And it definitely will help you, especially in the beginning. That is one thing that I did. There's a couple apps that I used. I think it's Lyric something. But I would have to, I'll put the description, I'll put it in the description because I'm not quite sure what the name of it is. But there's levels to it, and it really, really, really helped me when I was learning as well. Number five, speak with someone in Spanish. Speak Spanish with someone. And this is key. This helped me anyways. If they can understand you, continue the conversation. Sometimes, I've had people that I talk to, and because they knew I was learning Spanish, the whole time I was, making errors, they would be correcting me on the fly. Well, it was disrupting the conversation like a lot. And so telling them like, hey man, let me make mistakes. If you understand what I'm saying, let's keep it going. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then you can stop me, get clarity, and ask me what am I trying to say, and then I tell you, and then that way you can help me out. But if you understand what I'm trying to say, keep the conversation going. Let me complete my thoughts. Let me practice that piece, because when people know that you're learning another language, they like to correct you on the fly. So you're telling them a story and you say a word wrong, and they're like, the word is X, Y, and Z. And you like, the word is X, Y, like what? And it just throws your whole thought process off to come back, get corrected, and then try to complete your thought. You know what I mean? Because, you already probably struggling to think in Spanish as it is. And so make sure that someone that you're practicing with lets you make errors, lets you make mistakes. If they understand what you're saying, they let you keep going. It's as simple as that. I actually use Baselang for that. I do hour conversations a day on Baselang just to practice. And I tell them when I start, like, I want to talk in Spanish. And, unless I make a blatant error, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started off, to where, you kind of get used to it. And then eventually it just starts flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You make mistakes in English, if that's your native language or whatever your native language is. You always make mistakes. So don't even worry about that. So, just keep going and tell someone that you're practicing with that, hey, let me make mistakes. If you get what I'm saying, just keep rolling. We can fix the mistakes. We can talk about the words that I may have mispronounced later. All in all, man, just have fun. Like, I feel like people put so much on to learning another language. I did. I would struggle because, once again, I felt like I had to learn in a time frame, right? Like, because I was looking at so many videos like, oh, I learned in 3 months. Oh, I learned in 6 months. Oh, I learned in 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And then you start really doing this and you start to understand, like, whoa, it's going to take me longer than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on the level, if you want to be conversational, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it in a couple months. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to, like, watch movies, you trying to straight listen to music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to incorporate Spanish in your everyday life, like, that's going to take some time. You know what I mean? Because there's levels to this, and just having a simple conversation isn't going to cut it unless that's what your goals are. If you are trying to, be fluent, and when I say fluent, for me anyways, it's going to another country and using that language the whole entire time that you're there. We're not talking about a conversation here or there. Like, no, the whole time you're there, you're able to use that language and speak to the native people, because we also know that's something totally different. So have fun, man. Practice how you want to practice. If 10 minutes is all you have a day, then practice 10 minutes. If 20 minutes, whatever you feel, works for you, is just don't put a time constraint on it. Don't feel overwhelmed, because some people may learn at a faster rate than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, make this part of your life. You know what I mean? That's when you're going to really learn. You're like, hey, I'm here for the long haul. I'm making this a part of my life. I want to learn Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever language that it is that you're learning. It takes time. I don't care what nobody say. It takes time. I was conversational after the first month. And I'm still telling you, it takes time. You feel me? All right, man, it's your boy, Mr. GC, Agent Taylor. I'm out.